My wife killed us for her ex's suicide. When time rewound, I smiled and said, have his baby. My wife, Valerie Larson, had a congenital heart condition. Despite that, she still wanted to have a child with her first love, Eugene Dyer. I refused without a second thought. 10 months later, Eugene's mother, Susan Turner, passed away. Her eyes were still wide open as if refusing to accept death without ever holding her grandchild. Overcome with guilt for failing his mother, Eugene took his own life in his small, run-down apartment. Valerie, consumed by grief and anger, took us on a road trip, only to crash the car head-on into a truck without hesitation. She shouted, "It's your fault Eugene died. If you had let me give him a child, he never would have ended up like that. His whole family is gone, so yours doesn't deserve to live either." When I opened my eyes again, I found myself back on the day Valerie first asked to have Eugene's child. This time, I forced a small smile and said, "Darling, go ahead. Our whole family will support you. Austin, I want to have a child with Eugene." I opened my eyes to the sound of Valerie Larson's voice. She continued, her tone firm and determined, "Mrs. Dyer is my mentor. She's seriously ill, and the doctors say she has less than a year left. Her only wish before she goes is to hold a grandchild, and Eugene has no one else to turn to, so, say no more, darling." I agree. I reached out and held her hand, my voice sincere. Valerie froze, eyes wide with shock. "Austin, did you even understand what I just said?" "I did," I replied, my tone unusually understanding. "I know how much Mrs. Dyer means to you. Without her, you wouldn't have come to this college, and we'd have never met. We owe her everything." My earnest words seemed to lower Valerie's guard. She hesitated, then continued, "I'm glad you understand. Don't worry, Eugene and I have agreed to do this through IVF. We would never betray you. But before that, I need to divorce you and marry Eugene, so the baby can carry Dyer as its surname decently. That's the only way to ensure his family's legacy." Valerie's eyes never left my face, watching for any sign of resistance. Surprisingly, I did not flinch at the mention of divorce. "Of course, I'll have the divorce papers drawn up, but it'll take more days to finish the divorce completely. Given Mrs. Dyer's condition, you and Eugene should start making preparations today." My calm response finally sparked a flicker of doubt in her eyes. She narrowed her gaze. "Austin, are you seriously okay with this?" "Okay? Of course not. No man could truly be okay with his wife having another man's child. Especially not me." Valerie had a congenital heart condition, which was why, on the very day we got married, I chose to get a vasectomy, just to avoid any accidental complications. In my past life, I had blown up the moment Valerie first brought up this insane idea. I had shut it down immediately, even going as far as to tell her parents. Under the pressure of everyone's advice, Valerie eventually dropped the plan. 10 months later, however, Eugene Dyer's mother, Susan Turner, passed away. She died with her eyes still open, muttering about the shame of never holding a grandchild, saying she would have to face the afterlife with this regret. Susan was Eugene's last remaining family, and just a few days after her passing, Eugene took his own life in his cramped apartment. Before he died, he sent Valerie a long letter. In it, he admitted that while Valerie was not the only one who could have given him a child, she was the only one he truly wanted to have a child with. If only she had been willing, Susan might have passed on in peace, and he would still have someone to call family. When Valerie read that letter, her world shattered. She blamed me, convinced I had forced Susan and Eugene into their graves. Later down the line, she suggested we take a road trip with my parents to clear our minds, but on the highway,
Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.